Hello, this is Julie from Diamond Cloud Studio on Instagram and Etsy, and I'm going to be showing my December daily from this holiday season. So we're going to start off with my cover, very simple, some stickers and washi tape and a pin. This is my very first page where I just put my dates. As you can see, I don't go from just December to Christmas. I actually started on November 30th and went all the way to January 7th. This is my opening 2 pages. This little pocket just holds some things from my daughter and I's trip to Iowa to visit my dad. And we start off here with a 2 pictures of my dad and my mom from Christmas in 1957. That was 3 years before I was even born. And my dad's still in the same house. And this was a little note that my dad sent me with the money for the plane tickets. And my dad doesn't write very much, so this little note is really precious to me, so I wanted to add it to my book. First page here is about our flight. And it took me 5 days after I got to Iowa to actually finish this page. So it was slow starting, but once I got going, then I just kind of told about our trip. I brought my Instax film and my little printer so that I could print pictures at his house instead of running out to Walgreens because I knew the weather was going to be bad. And that turned out really great. The pictures aren't always fabulous and they're small, but it was the best thing for me for this trip. And I didn't bring a lot of supplies with me, so my pages are a little simple. And I like that. And we came to a winter wonderland, so it was beautiful. And I did one little drawing of my dad's new tree that my daughter brought him. And then every day, starting in December 1st, I used my Martha Stewart Advent stamps. And I took lots of notes in another little notebook, and then I added it when I had time to my actual pages. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth or talking in here. Here's a picture that I colored while I was there, and I stuck that in. My daughter took a picture of the frost in the window for me. It came out perfect, and so I used some vintage images like I would have in my kits in my Etsy shop. And then I've always wanted to do this, tip my book and use it this way, so I decided to try it just for Christmas Day. And so I think I did about 4 pages for Christmas Day. This was our pretend Christmas Day because we celebrated early. So we did Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with my dad. And I put gift tags in here off my presents, a tag off a little pocketbook I got, and my washi tape. An actual stamp from the Charlie Brown stamps. Then we switched back. I did a day picture and a night picture. Just a lot of journaling about what we did every day. And then this was our last morning there. And then I did some pictures at the airport. And this is still some journaling about when I was there and the presents I got. And then once I got back home to New Hampshire, then I started with my my 4x4 Instagram pictures from Walgreens just because it's cheaper and they're bigger. So I did that for the rest of my book. And to get caught up, because I was really far behind when I got home, I just, for one whole week, I just did my Advent stamps and just did a little journaling about what happened each day. If you find yourself really getting behind in your December daily, it's a great way to do it. I don't do a picture a day. I don't do a page a day, so I'm very free in my December daily. Here I actually did a duplicate picture because I didn't realize it till afterwards, but the page before I had done a little Instax of it, but I liked it so much I did a full page. This was a little playing card I picked up at Walmart. Tried to use washi a lot. Some stickers. Target, one of my favorite stores, so Target always gets in there. And you'll see several pictures of my traveler's notebook throughout the notebook because I love it, and so I take pictures of my book. And here I added 2 pictures of me when I was a child, one in 63 when I was 3, and then here when I was 5. And here I'm holding my favorite dog, Nui, my stuffed dog, which I still have, who's falling apart. Here I added some more vintage images like you'd get in one of my December daily kits. It was my husband's birthday, so my daughter was up in her boyfriend, and she took this picture of us. I didn't even put it on Instagram because indoor pictures always don't come out very good, and there's a lot of shadows, but it was okay. I wanted to add it to my book. Then I decided to make a shopping list of all the stuff I bought for food for the holidays, for, you know, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And my list did not look this neat. I probably had 4 or 5 lists over a period of a week. And once I had bought everything, then I wrote it all down and added it in here. And these are vintage, or these are clippings from the Trader Joe's little catalog or newsletter they send out, and they're like vintage pictures, so I like those. And you'll see, usually I just use October afternoon letter stickers because they're my favorite. Not all my pictures are about Christmas. This was just a pretty view out my studio window. First time we got some presents under the tree. My swan planter that I use for decorations, and I fixed that all up for the holidays and put lights inside it, and it's in our living room. And then here I start to talk about the real Christmas Eve night and Christmas morning. Took a picture under the tree with our presents before we opened them. Then here's another picture of me when I was little and some stickers. And then I made a list of all the presents I got from my husband on this page. And then all the presents I got from my daughter and her boyfriend here, and just a picture of our living room. And then on this side, I made a little collage out of all the gift tags and some of the wrapping paper I just left on there because it was pretty. Then this is the weekend after Christmas, and we finally got snow, so I was very excited. And so I took a picture here where it was snowing outside my studio window, even though you can't see it. And then I decided, because I had a lot of extra pages and I was worried about not being able to fill them up, I decided, well, I'm going to put all my Christmas washi on a couple of pages. Well, it turned out I had 2 full pages of Christmas washi, but I really liked the way it came out, so I'm happy. And like this one is just a IKEA washi that I got during the summer, but I thought it was perfect for Christmas since it says open me. So I added that, and these gray ones are also IKEA winter washi. So then I went right on through the whole week of between Christmas and New Year's, which is one of my favorite times because it's not busy like before Christmas, and you can spend more time just enjoying the tree and working in your book. And so my husband and I went out for a drive, and I took this picture. And then that New Year's Eve night, we went to see Star Wars. And I had some vintage images that I saved. I used one of those, and then I bought some stickers. And so this was the cover out of the stickers, off the stickers from Target. And I used that on my page. And then this was about New Year's Day, and just, again, working in my book. And then just this morning, which is like January 7th or 8th, it is today, I'm not sure, I finished my book, and I had these 2 pictures left over from my Instagram that I printed out, so I wanted to use those. So I used this page just to write down some of my goals for 2016. They're very simple, very easy to actually do, I think, except for maybe the drinking more water and flossing my teeth. Those are really hard ones, so I'm going to try to work really, really diligently on those. Everything else is just more like art stuff, and so they're easy. And then my last page here, my daughter came up on Wednesday, and I made lunch for her, and I decorated the whole house, kind of, the whole dining area. And so I wrote about that. And I actually took some pictures of the table decorations. And so I added that in on the last 2 pages. And then this was a tag off my husband's present from my daughter, and so I had to use that to put in the very last page of my book. So as you can see, it's pretty fat, and I kind of like this just hanging off of there. So I'm really happy about this because it's the first ever Traveler's Notebook insert that I've completed. So that's very exciting. So I hope you liked watching this. I tried to be quick and not too drawn out, and hopefully it turns out okay. Enjoy. Bye.